Chappy and Junior's podcast out on all your favorite media streaming platforms, featuring raw and uncensored Fridays.
Alrighty, what is up, Junior?
Oh, not a whole bunch. How we doing, Jappy?
We're doing good. We're here for the Uncut Uncensored, the laughable bullshit that we have seen around everywhere. Listen, guys, you're going to get uncut, uncensored. We don't give a shit tonight.
No, we really don't.
We are doing this new thing where Fridays, if we go an hour, we don't care. If we go 2 hours, we don't care. 3 hours, we don't care.
We're just bringing you everything that we do uncut and uncensored.
Yeah, we literally tonight, we're going to be doing this from now on.
Every Friday.
We got the live chat going. We got social media's open.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to throw us a comment, give us your opinion. It don't matter.
Give us a topic.
Give us a topic. We don't care. We're going to rip it to shreds.
Yeah.
We don't care what it is. Politics, religion, social media.
The internet in general.
The internet in general, we don't care. We don't care what it is. We're going after it. Because we have seen so much bullshit in the last week.
Oh, my Lord.
It is crazy. First thing I do want to get into is our the Adrenaline Underground radio station is kicking off still.
Yes, it is.
We got artists, in the works. We got, all them people coming, which is great. It literally is something that we're doing for free for people. We're not trying to charge people. We're just literally gathering up music, and we're going to put it out there for other people to hear.
So if you're an unsigned artist who owns their own stuff,
yeah, just
email us.
Just email us, and we'll, you can go to that website, Adrenaline Underground Radio. You can find that on all social medias right now, and just get a hold of us there. The other thing is we still are sponsored by Keener Precision Plastics. He's still, pretty awesome.
Yes, he is.
Sponsor. Last night we picked up a new sponsor,
which is pretty sick.
Which is pretty cool. I'm going to be ordering probably in the next couple weeks some of these products because who doesn't like, their house smelling good. So it's called Scentsy is Life is what it's called. It's obviously Scentsy. It's, candles and scents and things of that nature.
Yeah.
You can go to Mary and Tim 2022.scentsy.us. That's the link. Yeah, it's a mouthful. It's a mouthful. But I went over there last night, checked out some of the products.
I did too.
Yeah, they got some pretty cool stuff. Like they got stuff you could use for your car too.
Mm-hmm.
Household things and automotive things for making things smell different. The holidays are coming,
which everybody uses that type of thing.
you need that stuff for the holidays. We're just grateful that we can help them out. They've helped us out with sharing the podcast. Mary and Tim have probably been one of the biggest supporters of the podcast.
I would definitely
since the
say
jump.
that's, yeah.
And then last night I got to talking with Mary and Tim, and I asked them, "Do you guys would you want to be a sponsor?" And we talked a little bit more, and they were grateful about it, and so that's what it is.
That's sweet.
That is sweet. So with all that being said, I know you wanted to jump into something.
Yeah.
We're just going to jump into some topics here, guys.
What I want to jump into right away is something that you and I both saw at the same time, and it kind of blew my mind. 2 billion accounts, or information, records, leaked by TikTok.
Okay.
Or hacked by
Time
TikTok.
out.
Yes.
You said 2 million.
2 billion.
2 billion.
My apologies.
Okay, 2 billion sources of information leaked.
Yes.
How fucking stupid
oh my Lord.
does a multi-billion-dollar corporation gotta be to have stuff be able to be linked out? Conspiracy theory? I don't know. This company is owned by people in China.
Yeah. And then in its own privacy policy or user agreement, it says they can do so.
Yeah, see, I don't know if anybody that's listening to our podcast right now remembers us going through their privacy policy.
We went word for word. It is stated.
We went through this on a previous podcast. I don't remember which one it was, because we've only done about 40 of these fucking things.
But it stated verbatim that they can use your records. They can do it.
They can use your records.
Your search history, your fucking likes, your...
Yeah, so what you're telling me is they, quote-unquote, accidentally got hacked. Bullshit!
And now, which I just looked, they're denying it ever happened.
Bullshit! It's bullshit. I'm telling you why I call bullshit. Because, first of all, it says that they are allowed to do pretty much whatever. Once you sign the dotted line and you agree to sign into their app and use their app, and you agree to all their things, the little check marks, the fine print, they have the right to do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Okay? Third parties get it. Now, this is actually not just TikTok that does this.
No, it's just about every...
We never did do a follow-up on this.
But we
did look into it. Just about every social media app out there does this. And
Facebook, Instagram,
Twitter, Snapchat.
All of them.
All of your big, we'll call it your top 5.
All of them.
All of them will fucking,
take your information and send it to a third party.
A third party, will end up with it.
Yeah. So...
I'm going to call this a bullshit.
I agree.
Because, I'm sorry, you don't quote unquote as a multi-billion-dollar company get mysteriously hacked.
No.
And your shit get released. I'm calling bullshit.
And of course they're denying it.
Of course they're going to deny it. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. Of course they're going to deny that they slipped up and quote unquote, let somebody fucking in there.
Which I don't think happened.
Yeah, personally, I think it's bullshit. They're trying to they're trying to save face.
Yes.
With the public, with the media right on their ass with it, because, the media can make things more than what it is.
Exactly.
Oh, which could lead us right into another topic. Well, it leads us right into another topic. But before we go into that,
finish your sentence.
When I don't know where I was going because my mind is going towards that other topic already, but when they're trying to save face, and you have to save face when you're worth, your company is worth
at least a couple billion,
and you got all of these other small time apps just like right on the edge of breaking through.
Yes.
We're part of one.
Yes, we are.
That I cannot wait, because I tell you right now, when it does, it's flock.com. If you guys don't know about flock.com,
check it out.
Just go over to phlokk.com. Just go check it out. I don't need to say anything else.
No, we talked about it plenty.
I've talked about it plenty enough times, but I'm telling you, it will be the replacement of TikTok.
It's going to be the next big one.
Yeah, it's literally going to be the next big thing. And you guys can go over to the site, check them out, and, trust me, you guys will be...
You won't regret it.
You won't regret it. But that's what I'm saying, there'll be another one, Flock is right on their heels. You got a couple other ones that are, I'm sure, in the works that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
That are right at that release time, and they're gonna, get ready to jump out there. Once they see, that's the thing, people see another company slip, and they pounce on it.
Like that, and they just want to take that spot, because everybody wants to make it big.
Everybody wants to be king.
Exactly.
What's that saying about, oh God, it just slipped my mind. Something about wearing the crown. I can't think of what it's called now. Don't forgive me. I'll retract what I was going to say, but it's kind of goes along with. Basically, you want to wear the crown, but you don't want the responsibilities. Also, I think the world now. While I brought up king.
Yeah.
I think the world just lost a very important person.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah. Prayers for everybody over in England.
Yes.
They lost, obviously, Queen Elizabeth II. Last night or the night before? last night?
I think it was...
I don't know. My last 2 days of running.
It's either last night or the night before. After serving 70 years as the queen.
70 years.
She died at 96.
I think that's what it was. So, prayers for them. And, so, hopefully, the prince steps in and he can go 70 years,
Here's to hoping for that.
Yeah, here's for hoping for that. Now, speaking on the, a reporter...
Oh, yeah.
Saying something that, just by headline...
Could be taken
as
truth.
It can be taken as truth. I don't know...
It said something along the lines of...
Somebody reported... Go ahead.
It said something along the lines of 35 Trump... Allies, yeah. Where all of their houses were raided.
Right.
And we saw this, and we went looking. It was on Twitter. We were scrolling a couple hours ago on Twitter when we saw this.
Yeah.
And we were like, huh?
Yeah.
So we went into the comments or the replies.
The feed of it.
And half of them were like, no, this isn't true. And the other half were like, good.
Yeah, it was very it was... it was, you were on one side of this fence or the other.
Yeah.
But...
I actually went on my phone
Junior grabbed his phone and looked it up. And it was the farthest from the truth.
Literally, all it was they were served subpoenas.
Yeah.
They were served subpoenas.
There was no...
Bannon, that's the person who said this.
Yeah. Literally, there was, anybody can be served a subpoena to court. Anybody.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean a raid happened.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that your house was fucking raided. Come on, people. Why would you... I understand why. Because news of that magnitude gets you money.
Grabs people's attention.
It grabs people's attention. It brings them to your website. It brings them to... things of like that. So, I can see why, why they would do that.
Yes.
But the problem I have is you're trying to make, again, they're trying to make Trump look bad.
Trying to make him look like the bad guy.
Yeah, okay. Now, like I said, we're going into all kinds of things tonight. I'm a Trump supporter. Do I think he was the smartest man in the world with the way he spoke? No.
No.
Sometimes I wish he would have shut up.
I can agree with that.
But what you cannot deny is he literally was all in. 100% all in.
When he went for it.
When he went for it and was in, when it came to our country. He went to bat for this country. So regardless of what you thought of that man personally, he's done way better than what we have now, and I don't care who's listening, who cares, and this kind of goes with the controversy thing of what that guy's post did for him. Me saying this kind of does that for us.
Yeah.
If you want to come into our live chat and argue with us over this, please
do.
Because here's the thing. A conversation, I was telling this to Mary and Tim last night, speaking to them, about certain things in the world going on. The only way certain things in the world is going to change if those two opposite ends of the spectrum sit down and have a conversation.
Exactly. Nothing will change.
Nothing is going to change.
Because neither side are going to see the other side's view.
Oh, hell no. No, they won't.
And they're probably still not even in the conversation.
Oh, hell. That's the thing. If two people are talking and there's no you talking and me waiting to talk,
that's not going to accomplish anything.
Well, the thing is if we're both talking at the same time, nobody's listening.
Exactly.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
So if you're talking and I shut up, guess who's listening? Me. Now, if I start talking and you shut up,
I'm listening.
You're listening. Now, if we're both talking at the same time, nobody around us understands a fucking word we're saying.
Very true.
And this goes for everything in all relationships, and no matter what discussion you're having. This can be intimate relations. This could be
Work.
This can be government. This can be racism. This can be literally,
Everything.
the red and blue of our government, religion. Here's the thing. I don't care what religion you are. Obviously, you believe in something else other than where we're at right now. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to judge you on that.
Exactly.
If you're right, you're right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. No, okay.
No hard feelings.
No hard feelings. The thing is I know what I'm supposed to do as a Christian, and I'm gonna say that
Yeah.
right now. I know what I'm supposed to do. Okay, I'm supposed to, plant that seed, water it, and walk away. I'm not supposed to judge you if you don't believe the way I do.
Exactly, which a lot of people don't understand and follow.
There's nobody that follows.
No.
And the thing is that since we're going down this road of religion, the biggest hypocrites that I've ever seen in the world were sitting in a pew at a church.
I could agree.
It took me 35 freaking years to find a church that wasn't full of hypocrites. And you know what it was full of? It was full of bikers, ex-gang members, okay? Ex-drug dealers, junkies. That's the church. There was no hypocrisy.
No criticism.
No, none at all. None.
I know that for a fact because I went to
You
the
went
same
to the same church. You know that feeling. And that's the thing. I would rather go sit with that junkie or, that ex, whatever they may be when they were on the wrong path and not be judged sitting next to them and knowing that they're not going to sit there feeling judged from me. Because we all had our past.
Exactly. That's what everybody has in common, is their past.
Yeah, everybody has a past.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. Regardless where you came from, like, you and I were having... We talked a lot last night of, our past. And mine wasn't great. I mean, both my parents worked. They were both at the home. But growing up, born in the late, at the end of the 70s... kid in the 80s, high school in the 90s, as a poor, fat, white kid, let me tell you, it was tough.
And him going through the stories, I can definitely believe it.
Like, it was tough, and a lot of that is, like, you come to a point where, you know what, let's just fight. And that's, a lot of people say, they know how to fight, they don't back down from fights and all that stuff. You hear that all the time.
Yeah, I do.
The truth be told, I love to fight. I went looking. Now, did I get my, my ass kicked? Yeah, I did.
More likely,
yeah. I did. I mean, everybody has. But that's just the way it is. Like, if you can't have a conversation, now, looking back, I would have rather had more conversations than fights, but if you can't... But in the moment, yeah. But if you can't literally have a conversation with somebody, you're not going to learn. Like, you don't know what that person is going through at that moment that made them think to do that.
Yeah.
Like, somebody could cut themselves because they're depressed because their dad died or their mother died. Like, there could be a reason why they're that depressed.
And that happens a lot.
Their wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, whatever, significant other passed away, OD'd, what have you. So they tried to kill themselves. Now, where in anybody's world do you have the right to judge them on doing that when you have no idea
that's what they're going through.
That's what they're going through, and that's why they did it. And the reason you don't know is you didn't fucking sit down and talk to them.
You didn't ask them what's wrong.
Exactly. You instantly went to judging that person.
Exactly. And a lot of people, and just about everybody fucking does that. Everybody.
And I'm not saying I'm immune to it, and I've never done that. I've looked at somebody and go, well, that's pretty fucked up.
I've done it too.
Everybody has. And a lot of that is, in my younger, youthful, stupid years, and you kind of get that with age and wisdom.
You start to realize
that there might be more to that person, and hopefully
there's a reason.
Hopefully, with the discussion like we're doing right now, now this is kind of an open discussion because you and I don't have nobody talking back to us, but because the discussions that we're having right now, we've had privately.
Yes.
And so, please tell me you didn't. Okay.
No.
I thought this boy just ended our live broadcast. I was going to smack the shit
The
out of him.
screen went out, so all I did was jiggle the mouse.
So, that's the thing. It's like... Go ahead.
People jump to judging people way quicker than they would think to even put themselves in the other person's shoes.
It's absolutely true. Ugh. My voice is worse.
Mine was doing that earlier.
And that's the thing, like, I mean, if you would just sit down and have a conversation with somebody, you would have no idea. Like, you know, I was at work, I think it was Tuesday. I wasn't partaking in the conversation, but I was standing in the conversation circle.
I got you.
So to speak. I was listening, but I wasn't responding. And I heard... excuse me. I heard a couple of the people talking about somebody else that we work with.
Huh.
About how they don't think that this person is, I don't know how to put it. Like, they don't know how... They didn't think that this person was with it mentally.
Mentally stable?
Like, yeah. And I'm like... I'm thinking to myself... You, of all people... don't have the right to judge that person because I'm sure that person is better at something than you.
Yeah.
Now, granted... They may not be the best at everything that we have to do at work.
And nobody is.
But I guarantee that there's something at work that you can't do that they can. Now, I'm thinking of this to myself, and I probably, hindsight, should have said something, but I also know probably 60% of the people at work hear this podcast.
Yeah.
So I guarantee they're gonna be like, was it me that said it? Maybe it'll change their way of thinking come Monday morning.
Here's to hoping.
So, so I was like, I kind of let it go, but that's what I mean. Like, you don't know. Like, I've always thought that it doesn't matter if you're the owner of the company or the janitor. Your job is just as important to somebody as it is, whatever that person is.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, the owner of the company, he's pretty important because he pays you. But I'm telling you right now, if the janitor wasn't there, the garbage in your factory or your office or wherever would be overflowing.
Then you would have to take care of it, and then
take
time out of your day, and then... Okay, Mr. Moth, hello.
So we have a visitor, a little moth, that just decided to bounce off of Junior's head. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if he wasn't there, it's just like, why? Why are you going to think that you're better than him? Are you going to go in there and scrub the toilets?
No.
No, you're not going to go do it, so you pay a janitor to do that.
Exactly.
So, I've always thought that way. Like, I've never really been judgmental of people because, growing up, kind of poorish. I mean, we didn't go without growing up, but we didn't live like the rest of the kids I knew. Like, the the group of kids I grew up with, we all lived in the trailer park, and we were all trailer park poor. All of our parents worked.
Yeah.
But, they weren't like, high in their companies of where they worked. They didn't get paid extravagant amounts of money.
Yeah.
Even being that my parents owned the trailer park, well, my grandparents owned the trailer park, my parents ran it for them. Even that being said, our household didn't have a lot of money. Because, I mean, they didn't get paid to take care of the trailer park. Half the time they were putting money out of their own pockets to help my grandparents put money into the place. So, the thing is outside of that, everybody that I went to school with was a prep, as people know, preppy in high school. Like, literally, if you go to my old school, it literally in the town, it was called the prep school.
It still is.
It still is, because all of the preps of that county
go there.
All your higher class kids go there. Well, just because it was our school district, that's kind of how we got stuck there. And so
you guys were definitely judged because.
Oh, without a question. What's that say?
Says at least it isn't pulling a strand of hair. I'm not entirely sure what that's a response to, but how you doing, Kirsten? Kirsten.
Not sure what you mean there. Yeah, they can't pull my hair.
He ain't got hair really to pull.
He got a little, but I mean, I got a beard you could pull, but there ain't no hair on my head to pull. I'm guessing because like you were teased and somebody was pulling your hair. I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. And that's the thing, like, it's things like that is like growing up. That's kind of the things you go through.
Yeah.
And those are things like, nowadays is different from when I was a kid. If we had a problem with somebody, we took that shit to the yard, and we went fisticuffs, and then two things happened. You guys were enemies the rest of your life, and you never spoke again. You guys never even talked to each other, didn't look at each other, or
best friends.
That happened to me a couple times. But nowadays, what'd she say?
Said the moth. At least the moth isn't pulling a strand of hair. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, you guys are a little delayed in the comments, so sometimes the comments don't make sense because we're already past what we were talking about.
Yeah, but it happens.
So,
fought in the hallway or classroom.
What's that?
We fought in the hallway or classroom is what she said.
Yeah, we did that too. I had a few fights in school.
That one you told me last night was hilarious.
Yeah, we had a few fights. So, where was I going with this?
Okay.
Oh, nowadays though, like where I think it's harder nowadays as a young adult in school is because a lot of your getting picked on happens over the internet.
Yeah.
And you can't face,
the bully, the harasser.
Yeah, you can't face them because
it's all through a screen.
It's all through a screen, as they call it, a keyboard warrior.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think if you would put that keyboard warrior in front of the person they're picking on,
and actually say it to their face,
they'd probably get their ass whooped.
I can believe it.
And I think honestly, I don't think if you were put if that keyboard warrior was put in front of that person, I don't think they'd say anything.
They wouldn't.
I don't think they'd say anything to begin with.
Too scared to.
I think they'd be too scared to say anything, just because they're chicken shit.
And basically, that's why they got to say it over fucking internet.
Yeah, that's exactly why. Let's be keyboard warriors and do it over the internet. And I'm sorry, that's nah. Screw that.
See, when I was going to school, which I grew up in 2000s, I was born in 2K, and we really didn't have all of that internet to do all that harassment and bullying and all that. We had the computers and such, but me personally, I didn't have all that technology.
Right.
Because where I was living with George, we didn't really have that type of money to go out and have that lavish lifestyle. So I never really saw the bullying, harassment, all that stuff over the internet myself, or personally have people do it to me.
Right.
And really, I was never picked on because I was the big kid. I was
Right.
the tall
Oh, yeah.
kid.
Yeah.
So nobody wanted to really mess with me. There was
Right,
people
I
who
get
said
it.
shit.
Right.
Everybody has those people that just wants to talk shit.
Oh, yeah.
But with me, I wasn't the big person who wanted to fight people.
Right.
I really don't like getting into fights. I don't even like yelling with people.
Right.
Because it makes me feel worse.
Oh, yeah. I get it. I'm the same way. I don't like... It's weird for me, particularly because I used to be the guy that liked to go out looking for fights, and now I'm the guy that just kind of walks away. And I think that has a lot to do with if I stay there and continually, like,
Go at
it, I'll want to fight you. And that's what we were talking about last night. So that's just me personally.
And I don't think I ever got into a single fight through my entire school time. Like, the entire time I was in school, I never got into a fight at school. I don't think I ever did.
That's because you're baby face.
Oh.
Oh.
No, it's
Ladies
just...
and gentlemen, we got a baby face.
Oh. I mean, not really.
You got your daddy's face. You ain't a baby face.
But, just like you said,
You got a butter face.
But like you said, how you prefer to walk away now.
Yeah.
I've always had that mentality because I've got a pretty bad anger issue as well.
Trust me, from my my child and knowing your uncles and your grandfather.
I've got a pretty bad anger issue, and I've known from a young age that I've got a bad anger problem.
Oh yeah.
So I prefer and always have preferred to just walk away.
Right.
Because I know, because I was always the bigger person and the bigger kid. If I got into a fight with somebody, I would hurt them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. Let's see what's going on in the chat, gentlemen.
Whoop, whoop.
Let's see here. Listen, guys, if you're in the chat, go ahead and share out the page. Let's get some more people in here. Let's see what's going on. And I don't see anybody new in the chat. I see McKerson's still in here.
Yep.
Which, real quick, Redhead is actually the Wednesday night dating app debacle lady who actually, we have decided, like, earlier we said that we can go 1, 2, 3 hours or whatever.
This past Wednesday,
we kind of took in noticed, we talked about this off the air after the fact, that she had a whole lot more shit to say, and we ran out of time.
Yeah, and we were rushing at the end.
Yeah, and we were rushing. So, we decided, I decided, that we made an upgrade on a lot of things. One of which is our time slot as far as... let me rephrase that. We don't have a time slot.
We just have a time limit.
We have a time limit that they put on you per episode.
Yes.
And that's the thing. You can literally go from one live to the next live right after each other.
Yeah.
But they put a limit on that time. Not the how many times, just the minute time.
Just how long.
How long, exactly. So what we decided to do, well, like I said, what I decided to do was go ahead and upgrade that time. So now, if an hour into our podcast, we decide, you know what, fuck it, we want to go longer.
We go longer.
We go longer. Just because of that reason, because I think that, the more we get going into a podcast or whatever, people loosen up and they want to talk more.
Yeah, and we get more into it.
You get more topics coming through. You got people stopping through, sending you private. Like, my phone blows up. Once we go live, it's fucking incredibly crazy.
He has to shut off all of his
My notifications have to be shut off. It's like people know I go live and they're like, let's talk to this motherfucker now.
And the first, one of the first couple that we did, oh my lord.
Oh my god.
We had to stop it and redo the episode.
Yeah, we actually, because our first, 5 episodes were pre-recorded?
Yeah.
So we decided, we seen that we had an increase in listeners when we were live.
Yeah.
So that's why we went live. But the precursor to going live all the time, our first 2 episodes, you could hear in the recordings my phone, ding, 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 and I'm like, oh my god. So those, the first 2 of them, or 3 of them,
2, 3,
we actually redid after, we would record them, realize it, and redo it.
Yep.
And it was and then when the first one went live, the actual first, we noticed during the interview with Sean Michael Kay is when I noticed how, when I go live or speak of podcast, my phone goes fucking nuts. You can actually hear in that podcast, I say, excuse me, I have to turn my notifications on.
Yeah.
And he's laughing because he can hear them. And, but that was actually the first time we realized that
we got to turn that off.
I had to turn it off while, so we're gonna, like I said, we can go extra hours now if we want. We're gonna try to get some people on our Wednesdays.
And actually bring them in.
Let them talk. Add them to our Skype to tell their stories along with us. Because we can add people to the Skype calls.
Yep.
And if you want to get on Skype with Kirsten and the 2 of us, we can just add you to the call, and we'll let you speak, and then, after about 5 minutes, we'll pretty much kick you out. No offense, but we'll kick you out. We're not going to sit there and let you take the entire time.
No, but we might give you. We'll let you finish your little story.
I gotta do a follow-up with one of our interviewees.
Mm-hmm.
We had a couple Fridays ago. And
talking Mr. Troy?
Yeah, with Troy, and see if anything's changed in that situation. Maybe we'll get him back on the air. Now that we got the audio with Skype figured out, we might get him back on for some updates.
Because it was a little breaky when we did
this. You couldn't hear us asking the questions very well, and a lot of that has to do with the computer we were on, because we've upgraded since then.
Yeah.
Now, when we do a Skype, it only skips when we both try to talk at the same time.
Exactly. When I try to talk and they try to talk, or we both, and then
it
messes it up.
If the person, whoever we're on the Skype call with, tries to talk while we're talking, it messes up. But during the one with Troy,
they couldn't hear us.
They couldn't hear us at all, anytime. Even if he wasn't talking,
we weren't going through. But we did figure it out.
Yeah. But, that's the thing. We've covered a lot already in the 40 minutes. I think a lot of it has to do with because today was an Uncut Uncensored, and we decided we weren't going to play any music.
Any giveaway stuff, which we are. What we're going to do now is I am going to go ahead. I'm going to play we have a little giveaway thing we're going to play. Gives us a chance to take a little break and regroup, and maybe come back for another 30 minutes or something. Maybe get some more people in the chat, share this out. I just shared them,
and we'll get this going again at the. Like I said, we got so much more, and it's gonna get really interesting once
we get more people up in here.
Get more people up in here, and when we get adrenaline going, because that's another thing we're going to be looking at over the weekend, is we're going to be doing the adrenaline radio thing while we're doing this. So you're going to hear us DJing while we're doing this. So it's going to be cool, guys. Trust me. When we get going,
it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, because the software that we use with that, we think we know how we're going to do it, but we'll have to see. But anyway, we'll be right back, guys. Don't you worry. We ain't going nowhere yet. We got, like I said, 2 hours and 20 minutes that we can go if we need be. So we'll be right back, y'all. Alrighty, everybody. Hey, good evening. You're listening to Chappy and Junior's podcast. How you doing, Junior?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, guys, we just doing something here real quick. A little bonus. And we're going to be talking about our giveaway. Real simple, short, to the point. We're going to go back and forth, letting you guys know what we're going to be talking about. Before we do that, if you guys can go over to any streaming app and look up Sean Michael K. He is actually who's playing in the background, and he's amazing.
He has an amazing voice. We've had him on our podcast.
Yeah, he was a special guest on our podcast, and lots and lots of respect and love for that man. So this month we're giving away a long sleeve T-shirt and a baseball cap. As you had mentioned in previous episodes, it's getting colder. I think you mentioned it on Monday.
I think I did, yes.
So we're giving them a little more. So we're gonna go over the ways you guys can get into the giveaway. There's 4 ways. Number 1, if you already registered to last month, means you're already registered to the site. Head to the comment section. I think it's on the first page. It's on the home page. Scroll down. You'll see the little comment section. Put in your name. Put in the word, in the phrase, giveaway. That'll enter you into this month's.
So the second way to register for this giveaway is go to the website and sign up if you don't have an account yet. And you'll be entered freely.
Absolutely. That's the quickest and easiest way if you're not already registered. Third way, refer a friend. This is a way for both of you to get an entry into the giveaway. They go on, a friend of yours, spouse, whatever, friend, family, doesn't matter. As long as they're over the age of 18, that way we can ship stuff to them. Just go ahead, have them sign up. Put your name in the little comment section of the register form. You both will receive an entry for that.
If they don't mention your name, you don't get that free entry.
You don't get it. So, and the fourth and final one is what, Junior?
And it's not mandatory. It's just a way for you to increase your odds.
Yes,
you
sir.
You go over to our gear shop and you purchase something.
Yep.
For every $5 that you spend, you'll get 5 entries.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So say you spend $20, it's 20 entries.
20 entries. So, right now, that's a heck of a deal.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're, friends, family, doesn't matter. This is a thank you from Junior and I to you guys just for tuning in and listening. So please, if you're hearing our voices, go over to the site. We've been passing around on social media as the, direct links to register and all this stuff. So one last thing about the giveaway is we're running it from the 26th of August to September 30th until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All the entries after that will not count.
And we get time-stamped emails when you guys sign up and message and all that stuff to us.
Right.
So we'll know if it's afterwards.
Yeah, we'll know, definitely know, if it's going to be afterwards. So, we're going to play another song here of Sean's, and hopefully you guys enjoy. And we will catch you guys on the flip. Make sure you check out all of our podcasts. Tonight we have... we really haven't named this segment yet because it's been a big fiasco.
Debacle.
It's been a debacle. It's a dating app. We have a featured co-star, guest host. She comes in and tells us about all kinds of stuff. Dating apps and this and that. So you guys are going to want to tune in for that because I believe tonight's show should be quite interesting. We texted back and forth a little bit earlier, and she was kind of giving me a rundown of what she's going to be talking about, and I think you all are going to love it. So, with that being said, it's been real.
It's been fun.
But it ain't been real fun. Let's go ahead and play this song right here. It's called Dance With Me, Sean Michael K.
You blow your smoke in my face in the cloud lights I can taste. I'm wavering in your words, poetry spills from your lips. I fall victim to the verse. I've waited for some time, visions of you dance in my mind. I wasn't ready for love's first kiss. I wasn't ready for moments like this. And I never thought I'd be right where you are next to me. Baby, take my hand.